Welcome to code with Steven. So today we now move on to the next one. See on use cases of Flexbox. We are trying to bring it to real. Okay, what happens in the real world? So we want to see how you can actually handle the problem of unequal height, columns, and card footers. For now, let's talk about unequal height. How do you handle the case of unequal height? For maybe the next class, we now go to columns and card footers. Okay. So here with me, we want to achieve this goal. Let me bring this down so I see what we want to achieve today using this method. If you check here, you see very simple, right? Very simple because you use Flexbox. If you have to achieve this before Flexbox, it's going to be difficult. So let's say we can achieve this with other method and then come back to Flexbox to achieve this. Okay, where you are able to separate your two boxes or two cards. The card that has small item and the card that has big item, or both of them have the same equal height. Okay, equal height. Look at it, equal height. So let's see how we are using clear fees or float. Let's see how float represent it, and then let's see how simple it is using Flexbox like this. So we'll come over here and let me do Ctrl S for save, so I say nothing is there. See that then nothing is there. So I also go to I actually create a flex1.html and flex1.css. If I do Ctrl S for save, see that nothing is there. Okay. So now I want to start from afresh. Come over to flex1.html. I hold my shift key, press 1. I can get press enter. Now I've gotten my skeleton, and here I want to write height, equal height from two items, equal height from two items. Two items. Okay, so I want to link my CSS, so it will be link, and I actually save this as flex1.css, flex1.css. okay, flex1.css. So come over to the body, and in that body, the first one is I want to create a div class of container, div class of container. I bring it down, and in that div class of container, I want to create two item or two div. Okay, so the first one should be div.item. Let's use our shorthand form times div.item times 2. Okay, that gives us two div immediately. So on the first div, I have a very short write-up, which is this: welcome to Steven, and to see. Then on the second div, I have something that is more spacious, more bigger, a lot of words, and to see. I come over here and I paste it here, which is for item 2. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just write it at 1 and item 2, but I wanted to use the shorthand form to actually got item 1 and item 2 immediately. But you can actually do it, at least we did that when we are starting Flexbox. So item 1, and here becomes our item 2. Okay, so save your work, open your code browser to check what you did, open your lifesaver, see that everything is right there. They look at it at 1 and item 2. So move straight to our flex.css. Let's go and design this, and I want to start with the first one, which is .container. Open our code browser. I just give this one 5 rem. Okay, font size should be 5 rem. 5 rem, 5 rem. Okay, then we start with the first item. Let me just give me a background color, which is our item 1. Item 1. Remember to put your dot, which stands for class, dot item 1. Open your code browser, bring it down. So for the dot item 1, we want to give him a color so I can separate them. Just background color. Let me give you one color of aqua, and then move on to item 2. Item 2, background color. Let's give him any color you like is okay. Okay. So you notice that now I want to float this. Okay, we want to actually float so I can have two space for two of them. Let's see how it's going to be right now when we float them. Okay, so I come to the first one, which is item 1, and I start my floating from item 1. So for the item 1, I'm going to float item 1 to the left and float item 2 to the right. And if you check by further that at the end of the day, I've not floated, please. I've not floated it. I want to explain something. You see that this welcome to Sylvan is supposed to be item 2, actually went to the head as item 1. Why was supposed to be item 1 went to the downside as item 2. Now, if you want to use float, can we achieve a goal where item 1, welcome to Sylvan, will go to the left, item 2 will now go to the right, and two of them should be able to contain the same height? Let us see if that is possible. Okay, let's see how possible this is. So let's try and save our work and see if it will work. Ctrl S for save. Ctrl S for save. Look at what happened. Was he able to do it? Let me make it a little bit bigger. Was he able? The answer is no. You see, welcome is on the one side, this one is on the other side. So I was able to. So what do we need to do to make sure that this take over that? But meanwhile, let us add the color first. The color has to be, the color is not showing, but the color has to show. So let's add the color. Make sure the color shows. Oh, the reason is very simple. It's simply because if you check -1 -2, please remove it. Just be item 1, item 2. Not like, don't put that, but whatever name, if you use the correct name and able to get it there, you won't have face problem by face. Actually use dash instead of just item 1. I use -1, -2, and I come over to CSS under the flex items and now put item 1 instead of item -1, item -2. So now it can work. Let's save. Everything will work perfectly well now. Let's correct the mistake and it will work. Ctrl for save, and this is it. Bam. So it's working well now. So item 1 and item 2. So you do notice something. The moment we click on float right, float left, what happened? Still it didn't work. Okay, let me expand. You know, it didn't work. Look at it. It didn't work. It's still the same place. So for it to work using float, we have to also come back again and then start giving it a width. Okay, let me give the one a width of 30%. Width of 30%, and I come over here and give this a width of 70%. Width of 70%. Now let's save our work and see what happens. Ctrl S. You see it finally it float, right? But even when it did float, there's still a problem. Just take a look at it. From here down, the same is white to show you that this is just where it ended. Why this one is where it ended. So it didn't look fine, you know. It didn't look fine. These are different colors. It's supposed to be one color. The height is supposed to be equal. So how can I achieve equal height? Find that for me to achieve this using float, I will do a lot of hacks, right? But let's go to Flexbox. Let's see how easy Flexbox will do this. And just imagine everything we did now, repeating and redoing and redoing. Now let's go to Flexbox. So for that, let's clear off this. We don't need them. Let's clear this. We don't need it. And let's save our work. Ctrl S for save. Now we are back to the normal work. So all I do, I just come to the container, the parent container, and display float. Okay, display flex. Now let's save. Ctrl S. What did you see? Is it not beautiful? Is it not great? So this is exactly what Flexbox can do for you. Okay. Now what about the one that will include footer? Let's say we have so many of them. Footer, we want a footer here. On this item, there should be a footer here, and also should be a footer here. And the two footers should be on the same line. On the same line. Of course, this is a problem for those who want to do Bootstrap 3. If you know about Bootstrap 3, okay. But I want to show you how easy Flexbox have made this. So let's go ahead and handle that. See you in that class as we move on there.